What is up, you guys? Welcome to the channel. Today I will probably give you guys my last update about my Parsonage Turner Syndrome. And why do I say my last update? Because I do consider myself healed. I consider myself recovered from the injury. While my strength hasn't returned 100%, I can proudly announce that 95%, maybe even slightly more, has returned in my affected arm. And it has taken me, it is now December 2022. On September 4th, 2020, the moment that I experienced the horrific pain of the acute phase of Parsonage Turner Syndrome took place. So it's been about 2 years and 3 months for me that I have been fighting this condition. And first of all, I want to thank so many of you for all the replies, for all the messages, for all the email exchange, for sharing your experiences with me. I now know that there are a lot of people who suffer from this condition. I didn't even know that this condition existed before I had it, probably like a lot of other people, and I hope that other people don't have to know about it. But for those of you who do have it, I feel for you because I know how horrific the pain is in the acute phase of Parsonage Turner Syndrome. I know how frustrating it is when you are disabled in a lot of muscles of your body, and especially if you are an active person, especially if you love working out, if you love sports activities, if you like physical challenges. And especially if you have been at a certain level and then you fall all the way down. Mentally, that's really, really tough. And I honestly have suffered from that. But the thing that has kept me fighting is that I'm a very stubborn person. And I hope you guys are stubborn as well. Because in anything I do, even though sometimes I feel bad about stuff, I'm not a quitter, and I never accept defeat. And in this case with my arm, things haven't been any different. Even during times of desperation, I would never give in to defeat. I would never give in to the condition of Parsonage Turner Syndrome. And I have fought to get my strength back. And while I cannot prove that the things I've done work, while I cannot prove that scientifically, there are 3 things that I have done that I do believe have had an impact on my quick recovery. Those are: 1, keep exercising. I have been performing a full body workout routine 3 days per week for the last 10 years on a consistent basis. And even though I had been suffering from Parsonage Turner Syndrome, I did not skip workouts. The only thing I have done is my workouts are focused on big compound movements. For example, squats, bench presses, chin-ups, overhead presses, rows. Because of the strength imbalance that I had in both of my arms due to this condition, I had modified my training, and instead of using barbells and dumbbells, I have opted for more bodyweight training and machines, because those allow me to handle resistance, which is appropriate for both sides of my upper body. And I can see now that over the course of 2 years, my strength has gone up again. I was so happy with each increment in weight that I could use, or the number of reps that have gone up. I was so happy about that. And I can now say that I am at 95% of my strength again, of my unaffected arm. I can perform my barbell lifts again, such as bench presses and overhead presses. I can do squats again, because it was really hard balancing the barbell with a weaker arm. And this is what I want to say, is that even though your arm is affected, like for example, I couldn't even lift 2 kilos above my head with my affected arm. I took 1 kilo, I performed like 10 repetitions, even if my arm was wobbling all over the place and people laughed and stared at me. I did it because I truly believe that by doing this you will stimulate your nervous system, your nerves to regenerate, because you show your body what it needs to do in order to pass through life. And maybe I would have recovered without that, but I do believe that it has sped up my recovery. And don't use weights that are too heavy. Use weights that are appropriate for the level of strength you are at. Try to focus on good form, but be persistent, be consistent, and do your exercises. Because I do believe the extra blood flow that goes to the nerves, because that's a really hard place to reach for your blood, brings along extra oxygen, brings nutrients, and allows the muscle and the nerves to recover. So definitely be persistent and do not skip on workouts. The second thing is eat a nutritious diet. So many people eat garbage today. I'm not saying I eat clean all of the time, but I can definitely say 100% that about 80% of the foods I eat on a consistent basis come from healthy, nutritious foods. I'm talking about foods that contain a lot of vitamins and minerals. And why do I think this is so important? Because you cannot rebuild something if you have no building blocks. And vitamins and minerals, the right types of macronutrients, they are the fuel for your body. They regenerate what is broken. If you give your body garbage, like macronutrients, if you eat McDonald's, for example, yes, you will be able to live because you give your body energy, but it's void of micronutrients. It's void of vitamins and minerals. And those are extremely important for cellular repair and all kinds of metabolic processes in your body, as well as hormonal processes. So definitely make sure to eat your veggies, eat your fruits, eat animal-based protein like eggs, meat, fish. Focus on good fats, grass-fed butter, olive oil, coconut oil, avocado. It's definitely important. I cannot imagine that it's not. And the third thing is stress. Manage your stress levels. During the time where I suffered from this condition, I was at a time and place where I had a lot of stress. I'm not saying that it always works, but I try to manage my stress levels. I try to process things differently and not stress out too much about the little things. And because you stress out less cortisol is floating through your veins, is running through your body. And when your body is in a state of feeling good, in a state of balance, that is when you recover the best. So those are my 3 tips for what I have done to cure, or at least make the process of recovery faster from Parsonage Turner Syndrome. So it's taken me 2 years and 3 months. Hopefully I will regain everything 100% in a couple of weeks or months. The whole goal of this video series was to share with you guys my experience, because there is not a lot known about this disease. There is not a lot of information available on the internet if you want to know what's going to happen. So I definitely hope I've helped you guys and given you guys an insight about what to expect. I'm pretty sure that my case is not unique, and that you guys, if you suffer from it, will recover as well. But I definitely feel for you, because I know what it is. I know how painful it is in the beginning. I know how frustrating it is when you are recovering and are unable to do things. But be persistent, and I do believe that if you follow the tips I've given you, that you will speed up your recovery, that you will recover from this nagging condition as you should. And just don't give up. Be a stubborn ass man or woman. Be a stubborn character like I am. Don't accept defeat. And do what is necessary to speed up your recovery so that you can get back on track as soon as possible. Thank you so much, guys, for watching my video, for all the messages and support I've gotten, for sharing your experiences. If you have any questions, comment them below and I will try to respond as fast as possible. And good luck to you guys. And I wish everybody who watches this video, everybody who suffers from Parsonage Turner Syndrome, a solid recovery, just like I did. Guys, take care.